Last week, we exposed the digital ID nightmare. This week, the other pillar of control is crumbling. YouTube just wrote Donald Trump a check for $24.5 million. Why? They illegally suspended his account and got caught. Google whistleblower Zach Vorhies used Next News Network as Exhibit A to expose big tech's censorship machine. Now, they're paying up. But here's the deeper story. While platforms manipulated what you could see, they also manipulated what went viral. Mr. Beast's latest controversy shows how even good creators get caught in a system of fake stunts and manufactured drama. The people who fell for stage danger are waking up, and the whole truth suppression machine is collapsing. So watch this. And while truth breaks through big tech's walls, regular Americans still struggle with rigged systems everywhere. 1 in 4 low-income households spend 15% of their income on electricity and other monopoly-crushing families. The same week, YouTube pays millions for censoring truth. Power companies keep gouging you. That's why this device matters. Minimizes dirty electricity, stabilizes current, cuts those inflated bills. Just plug it in, instantly smooths electrical flow, protects appliances. You get a $100 utility rebate certificate also. 60% off at don'twastepower.com. While we celebrate YouTube's $24 million confession, fight back against every monopoly bleeding you dry. 60-day guarantee. Order at don'twastepower.com. So this is a big headline today. YouTube agrees to pay $24.5 million to President Trump for suspending his account. They should unban every conservative account. This is a huge win, MAGA Voice writes. Now, we reported last week about the letter that was sent to Jim Jordan's Judiciary Committee, where they admitted that they were pressured by the Biden administration to censor accounts. They were going to allow for those censored accounts, those terminated accounts, to come back online. My first initial thought was, well, what about Alex Jones? I never did get a response from Google when I sent it to their press office. And as we found out, I did notify Alex's team. They were going to set up a new YouTube channel. The YouTube channel went live and then was promptly terminated. So from what I understand, Alex is going to use that as a litmus test to see if Google is in fact going to allow other channels back. And I'm sure they're reaching out to the Judiciary Committee to let them know. Now, WION, just to recap that, YouTube to reinstate banned creators, Republican pressure shaping a policy shift. High-profile ban includes former Trump strategist Steve Bannon.
YouTube is allowing banned creators to apply for reinstatement of their channels, while a few of these channels were taken off the platform for spreading information about COVID-19 vaccines during the pandemic. Other creators were banned for spreading political misinformation. Google owns YouTube has said it will roll back a policy that treated certain misinformation violations as permanent. This change reflects mounting Republican pressure to reverse Biden-era speech policies on vaccines and political misinformation. YouTube ended its standalone COVID misinformation rules in December 2024. The confirmation for reinstatement program for banned creators was conveyed in a letter from Alphabet lawyer Daniel Donovan to Republican House Judiciary Chair Jim Jordan, who has long criticized big tech over censorship. YouTube's community guidelines now allow a wider range of content about COVID and election integrity. This is what Donovan said. YouTube has said the reinstatement program is expected to go live soon, but the rollback will remain limited in scope before a wider rollout in the future. Initially, only a subset of creators removed for misinformation can apply for reinstatement. Among the high-profile figures previously banned are commentator Dan Bongino, former Trump strategist Steve Bannon, and anti-vaccine activist Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
Robert F. Kennedy Jr. banned from YouTube. Bannon. Bongino. Here's a clip. I was on Ivory Hecker's show back in April, actually. And she clipped this out. I think it's a good roundup. Listen, Trump's federal. If you would have asked me 2 years ago, if you were to go into YouTube and a news platform, I would have told you you're crazy. I said, don't even bother. It's such a minefield. But now it's completely changed, Ivory.
So they've loosened up with the censorship?
Oh, without question, I believe they 100%. Because Trump's Federal Communications Commissioner is really turning the screws on social media and the suppression of conservative voices on those platforms, whether it's YouTube, X, Facebook, or wherever, or Instagram. So they know that they can't get away with the same stuff. And especially when you have people like myself in the press room, I have direct access to the president. I have direct access to the press secretary. I can put my grievances or the grievances of others. Like, for example, I was talking to a pilot today, and he was asking me about tariffs and the impact of tariffs and airplane parts for maintenance. And I said, I can just email the press secretary and see if we can get an answer for you. The same thing goes for the censorship thing. If there's something that happens, I could walk right into the press secretary's office and I can say, I just want to bring this to your attention. Do you have a comment that YouTube did this, this, and this? Boom. Mm-hmm. Now we've let the White House know, and it's on the record. So the game has completely changed, Ivory. If you would have asked me 2 years ago, the game has completely changed. And of course, we have to give credit where credit's due here. Google whistleblower Zach Vorhies reveals the targeted censorship of our own channel at the Texas Senate Committee State Affairs hearing on Wednesday, May 29th, 2024. All of this leading up to today's big news with respect to Donald Trump and, of course, Jim Jordan's revelations last week.
Let's talk about news ranking. News sites that supported Democrats were ranked with the highest quality and trustworthiness. Here's a partial list. Wall Street Journal, 8.53. CBS News, 6.57. CNN, 6.0. Fox News, 5.2. Russia Today, 4.57. The Young Turks, 2.53. Alex Jones Network, negative 1.56. At the bottom of the list is Next News Network at negative 3.35. Let me reiterate, the foreign propaganda outlet Russia Today was scored 7 points higher than the Next News Network, one of the top YouTube news networks in America. Since my disclosure, Next News Network has been permanently demonetized and will soon be bankrupted. These sound more like the actions we'd expect from a Russian propaganda complex. But shockingly, it's the actions of Google. Let's talk about news rank.
So really big news happening on all fronts. YouTube agreeing to pay $24.5 million to settle a lawsuit for suspending President Trump's account in 2021. I need to talk to his lawyers. Wall Street Journal breaking the news. Exclusive. Trump is using the money to fund the ballroom at the White House. Trump's share of the settlement, $22 million, will go to the nonprofit trust for the National Mall, earmarked for the construction of a Mar-a-Lago-style ballroom Trump is building at the White House. But over on the other side of YouTube, one of the biggest creators, I think probably the biggest creator, did something totally wild. And he's getting a lot of crap for it. Now, you can see it on your screen. Would you risk dying for $500,000? He got 36 million views in 24 hours. Okay. Burning money and putting at risk the life of a person who needs it. Well, at least you're already showing your real essence, Mr. Beast. Repent and believe in Christ, says Gabby Lovaton. Look at this.
It's 500. This is going to be crazy. This man is literally in a burning building.
Oh, there's fire around the door.
The entire room is on fire.
Oh my gosh, this is the craziest thing we've ever filmed.
And behind him is $500,000, which he could win if he completes 7 death traps.
Get out of there. Get out of here. Come on. In case you're curious who this gentleman is, he's actually a professional stuntman. But we are going to push him to the max in this video. They still got to get the money. All the rooms on fire.
Watch out, Chandler. All right, that's 2 of the 10 bags.
He's on fire.
He's literally on fire.
Nolan, get the fire extinguisher.
Hurry up, the house is about to collapse.
All right, that's it. That's it.
The money's on fire. Oh my God, the money's burning.
You did it.
His legs are on fire. Put it out.
My adrenaline's pumping right now.
You managed to get $250,000 out of that building. Listen to the next death trap. This is going to be crazy.
This man.
Meanwhile, they burn $250,000 inside that building. Now, what people are saying is that after the video, Mr. Beast clarified the person in the video clip was a professional stuntman. The fires were controlled by a kill switch, and the smoke was extracted by ventilation systems. He's been catching a lot of heat for this. Let's see here. They say they had fireproof mats on the floor with certain spots prepared with flammable materials for effect. His shoes caught fire so fast, I believe they put flammable liquid on them too for effect. I spent many hours stomping out fires with my feet, says the Ben C. Vargas Salvateria. One, if there's any real danger to the person, the stunt's illegal. If the guy is a trained stuntman, then the whole thing is fraudulent. It's still illegal since he is presenting this content to people who might not know any better. Of course, stuntmen are, I mean, this is a stuntman here. We've seen this types of, behind-the-scenes stuff with video where the person's wearing flame-retardant clothing, and they put a protective gel over the stuntman. Obviously, don't try this at home, but that just sort of gives you the behind-the-scenes look. This is all theater. Now they're saying if this fire is controlled, you can see the rail. The fire is controlled. You can see the rails on the floor. That whole firefighting team behind the camera with medical crew. He has fire protective gear on him and probably covered in fireproof fluid. So if he catches fire, he's not going to get burnt. We see hundreds of videos going viral. People walking down the street covered in flames. Stuntmen do this all the time. They're not going to let him burn. If they waited for him to be done with the challenge and turned up the flames and then sped up the video, making it look like he got out just in time, but he was out well beforehand. The roof is open, so the smoke doesn't get trapped in the house, meaning he's not going to inhale the smoke. They just film it in a way you can't see all the smoke going up and out. He was never in any real danger. We've seen this stuff many times before, like in Fear Factor. It's nothing new. So, Mr. Beast, under fire for this. Here's a report we did on Mr. Beast back in July of 2024. Angie covering it.
But by getting influence. Listen up, folks. Mr. Beast, the YouTube sensation, just pulled off something huge. He rallied the internet to clean up our oceans, and boy, did they deliver. We're talking 34 million pounds of trash gone. That's right, 17,000 tons of junk out of our waters. How did he do it? By getting influencers and fans to pitch in. Every dollar donated removed a pound of trash. Verified. No funny business. This Team C's project brought in $30 million and volunteers from 200 countries. It's proof that social media can do more than just waste time. It can change the world. Mr. Beast showed us that the internet, when used right, is a powerful force for good. Don't miss Gary.
When used right, it's a force for good. Joe Rogan watching Bill Maher call out the woke left on Mr. Beast.
For children.
Did you see it, Jamie?
Last month, Mr. Beast, in another move, funded the construction of 100 wells across 5 countries in Africa to provide clean drinking water to 500,000 people. Good thing, right? No. The founder of a charity called Face Africa called it kind of frustrating that overnight this person comes along who happens to be a white male figure with a huge platform, and all of a sudden he gets all of the attention. Another thing this did in Africa was pay for the rebuilding of an African orphanage, which the director of the Hope and Homes for Children charity called it a classic case of white saviorism. How did we get to this weird place? Telling people who are actually out in the world making a positive difference, you're the problem.
Did you see it, Jamie?
Last month, Mr. Beast...
And he's one of the biggest YouTubers on the planet. So, I don't know what you guys think about this. Trapping someone inside a building for views. Yeah. That's pretty crazy. A former employee of Mr. Beast now exposing everything since the underage child text messaging scandal came out. This is from July 30th of last year. This video is wild. Allegedly, almost everything Mr. Beast does is fake. Fake videos, illegal lotteries, fake winners, fake prices, fake prizes, fake contestants, and more.
and send that out, and people really from Mr. Beast when it's really.
Have you ever faked a video?
No. But this train track is CGI, these bus wheels are CGI, this explosion is fake, this shredder is CGI, this car is digitally lifted, this pit is fake, this guy is fake, this island costs more than $1, this city is not abandoned, these buildings are CGI, it's not your only way out, you can literally get an Uber to the airport for $20. That's not a lurker, it's just a guy. This whole room is fake, this contestant is an actor and a secret employee at Mr. Beast, they heads out through this fake door twice, this line is scripted, this action is scripted, in fact pretty much all the videos with Mac are scripted.
Talks about Mr. Beast doing illegal lotteries, constantly relies on that classical conditioning to make kids think that, oh my gosh, if I watch Mr. Beast, then I'm going to get a car. Oh my gosh, if I watch Mr. Beast, then my life is going to change. Talks about how Mr. Beast will have people on the team fake signatures saying MB and send that out, and people think that it's really from Mr. Beast when it's really just from another team member copying his. How every single video with Mac is completely scripted and that Mr. Beast never changed his life. Matt already moved to California, $1 million mansion, but Mr. Beast made it seem like in his videos that his videos changed his life. And there are so many illegal lotteries that he has ran because he makes you think that you have a chance, but you never have a chance. All the lotteries and everything that he's ever done, the winners are other big YouTubers and Mr. Beast employees. That's it. No random subscriber is ever winning his challenges. He talked about how Feastables are a lie. Shows clips talking about how Feastables are so healthy, they're worse than Hershey's. He's doing all of this false advertising, acting like these are good for you. They're up to 2 times the calorie amount of a normal chocolate bar that's not manufactured by Mr. Beast. And he talked about how Mr. Beast threw a temper tantrum with Keith Lee, and show how Mr. Beast's face completely changed as soon as Keith Lee was not going to give like a 10 out of 10. And Mr. Beast literally threw candy bars across Keith Lee's house and getting very angry that Keith Lee wasn't automatically going to give him a 100%. This is amazing. And there's so much more he hasn't gotten to yet, including to how someone almost died at a Mr. Beast shoot, but he hasn't revealed that yet.
Have you ever faked a video?
No. But this train
Someone
track
almost died, huh? And then we have this fire video. And YouTube pumping those videos all the way to the top of the algorithm. Meanwhile, censoring President Trump, Dan Bongino, Steve Bannon, Gary Franchi, paying out President Trump $24.5 million. If you got value from this report, tap subscribe. My final thought is next. So this is vindication for everyone they silenced. $24.5 million proves what we knew. Big tech rigged the game. They censored presidents, shadow banned truth tellers, and buried stories that threatened their narrative. Now they're writing checks because they got caught. Zach Vorhies proved it using our channel as evidence. We were the test case that exposed their crimes. But here's the bigger picture. Censorship, digital ID, 2 sides of the same coin. They silence your voice online while tracking your body offline. YouTube's payout happened the same week the EU demands biometrics and Gates pushes skin implants. They're losing control of information, so they're doubling down on controlling you. The truth always wins. It just takes time. So my question is this. Will Google be forced to pay damages to every conservative they censored? Should they? Drop a yes or no and flood those comments because justice is coming. And you can celebrate Trump's big win with some Next News merch. Link down below. Because we survived their worst.